The Tamam Shud case, also known as the mystery of the Somerton Man, is an unsolved case of an unidentified man found dead in 1948 on the Somerton Park beach, just south of Adelaide, South Australia, Australia. The case is named after the Persian phrase Tamam Shud, meaning ended or finished, which was printed on a scrap of paper found months later in the fob pocket of the man's trousers. After the body was discovered, authorities began searching the man for any clue to his identity, but found that he was completely devoid of identification. The only items they found on the body were a pack of gum, some cigarettes, a ticket to the beach and some combs. It even appeared that the tags had been removed from his clothing. The only unusual feature about the body was a torn inner pocket that had been repaired using a distinctive orange thread. In addition to intense public interest in Australia during the late 1940s and early 1950s, the Tamam Shud case also attracted international attention. South Australian police consulted their counterparts overseas and distributed information about the dead man internationally, in an effort to identify him. International circulation of a photograph of the man and details of his fingerprints yielded no positive identification. For example, in the United States, the Federal Bureau of Investigation was unable to match the dead man's fingerprint with prints taken from files of domestic criminals. Scotland Yard was also asked to assist with the case, but could not offer any insights. At 7 o'clock on the warm evening of Tuesday, November 30, 1948, jeweler John Bain Lyons and his wife went for a stroll on Somerton Beach, a seaside resort a few miles south of Adelaide. As they walked toward Glenelg, they noticed a smartly dressed man lying on the sand, his head propped against a sea wall. He was lolling about 20 yards from them, legs outstretched, feet crossed. As the couple watched, the man extended his right arm upward, then let it fall back to the ground. Lyons thought he might be making a drunken attempt to smoke a cigarette. Half an hour later, another couple noticed the same man lying in the same position. Looking on him from above, the woman could see that he was immaculately dressed in a suit, with smart new shoes polished to a mirror-shine odd clothing for the beach. He was motionless, his left arm splayed out on the sand. The autopsy revealed that there was excess blood in a number of his organs, which, with no other evident cause of death, led researchers to speculate that the mystery man had been poisoned. While no traces of a toxic agent were found in the man's system, the crime text theorized that it could have been a quick-dissolving agent such as digitalis. It was also noted that the man's calves and feet were uniquely muscular and pointed like those of a ballet dancer. The police had brought in another expert, John Cleland, Emeritus Professor of Pathology at the University of Adelaide, to re-examine the corpse and the dead man's possessions. In April, 4 months after the discovery of the body, Cleland's search produced a final piece of evidence, one that would prove to be the most baffling of all. Cleland discovered a small pocket sewn into the waistband of the dead man's trousers. Previous examiners had missed it, and several accounts of the case have referred to it as a secret pocket, but it seems to have been intended to hold a fob watch. Inside, tightly rolled, was a minute scrap of paper, which, opened up, proved to contain 2 words, typeset in an elaborate printed script. The phrase read Tamam Shud is a Persian phrase, it means it is ended. We may never know the real truth behind the Tamam Shud man's death, but armchair investigators wishing to commune with the body for inspiration can find him buried in Adelaide's West Terrace Cemetery with a stone identifying him simply as the unknown man. Please leave your comments below. Take care.